Is that basketball?
Yeah.
Nice. We are back for another edition of the Bsidesports show.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
What's cracking?
What's up?
We're hanging out again. This is, of course, I am your host, Ralph Figueroa, and as always, I got my boy Eric J.
What up? What up? I'm Eric J, and I am the founder of the first mirror cleaning business.
Mirror cleaning. How'd you get into that?
Because it's something that I could definitely see myself doing.
You're
Okay.
so
Shay.
you're stupid. That's funny, Eric J. What's up? And that's Shaye Whitey, everybody. Shaye is Whitus Maximus.
Shaye Whitey in the house. Welcome back. Thanks
Commander of the
in.
North.
That's right. That's right.
What up, Shay?
And
What's
of the
up?
shop of B-side. Nice. What's up, Shaye?
Whitus Maximus. Yeah, I'm just here, man. We're just doing our thing.
So what were you doing earlier today?
Actually, we had a event. It's still going on. Actually, outside right here on Shoppers Lane at the B-side shop. One of our neighbors over here had a little charity event. It's for bone and marrow research.
Oh, nice.
It's like in memory of one of the people in the community that had passed away from leukemia. So that's what the bone marrow research.
Very cool.
So they had a little walk. They kind of walked around Shoppers Lane for a few laps. It's kind of hot out there, but that was
It's
the main
hot
point
in
was
her.
it was hot in her. We'll hear that
A little bit of sacrifice.
And you know
But
you know who happened to be parked right in front of the B-side shop?
Oh right, yeah.
The ice cream
Talk
truck.
about it.
Love
Oh
it.
man, it's
Yeah.
still out there.
It was funny because like nobody was judging anybody.
Yeah.
It's like I had 2 banana splits. Who cares? Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, double
Whatever.
fisting.
Double fisting banana
Who
splits.
split the
Shut up.
banana? I need both.
Hey.
While doing the split, he
Shay
ate a
ate
banana
one.
split.
Shay ate the banana without even taking a bite. It was
That's
awesome,
good.
dude. It was
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Dude.
And there's also a hot dog cart out there provided by Old
But-
World.
And they came out
Speaking of-
whole out of you, though.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. The scoops come out whole.
It's always good to see the communities getting involved, especially
it's a
for
great cause.
for
Yeah,
great
so
cause.
so we
Yeah,
did
absolutely.
B-side show actually provided some music out there. We have a DJ Shady, DJ Zion's out there. They're actually spinning out there. DJ Choice One's here with us, helping us
Ooh.
out.
Well,
So.
I think it's great having Shady out there for this hot weather.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's probably saying cool.
Good little zinger, bro. Nice. I like the zing, zing. Hi, Eric J. How are you?
What up,
All
what up,
right.
Ralph?
Did you go have a hot dog yet?
I did not have a hot dog yet because I tend to eat those sideways, just like corn on the cob or something. I can hear the typewriter bell ring at
goes
the
around
end.
and
I eat buns first. I'm all about the buns only.
Wait, they come with wieners?
Yeah, what? So, yeah. So we're having a great day. It's Sunday for those of you guys that are going to be tuning in today.
Yes.
So it's Sunday. It's a great day. Selection Sunday. So there's still a few games still going on right now, and that's going to be something that we're going to talk about in a couple little segments here. But with the NCAA, the March Madness. There was some
Coming
great
up.
game. You know what tripped me out, and we'll touch bases on this later. The winner of the ACC title, which came out of nowhere. Who they had to beat in order to get the ACC title. Phenomenal. So shout out to Notre Dame. Notre Dame,
really
man.
like-
They've been
Would've
doing
thought
their thing.
I caught a little bit of that game.
A little bit of the
little bit of
fighting
that game.
Irish.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say a little Irish
Well,
joke?
he's a quarter Irish,
Well,
I
I have
think.
a little bit of Irish.
He
He
said he has a little Irish in him.
"Ooh,
Oh.
he's got a little purple horseshoe right inside of him."
Shouts
right
out to the
now.
Shamrocks.
Oh, they're so delicious, magically delicious.
Chances.
So yeah, we're gonna have a great day. It already feels like we have a good little energy. So,
I like it.
so we're gonna talk about March Madness. We're also gonna talk about the athlete birthdays this week in sports history. Another segment of Who's in Trouble. Sports around the world. I'm kind of curious to see a lot of. You know what? I've been noticing cricket is the one's been coming up a
Cricket
lot.
is
Yeah.
all over the place right now.
Yeah. So I don't know what's up with
I'll
that.
talk a little bit. I want to actually later when I talk about some international stuff, read like a description, a little bit of the results, and see if you guys can make any sense out just the results of the game. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
If you've never
You'll
watched
be
it,
surprised, my friend.
okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I want to see. Like, if you
Yes.
guys, know.
Yes, and then this week I get to do the sports movie recommendation,
Awesome.
which I actually, you know what, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this. again, and watch it all in its entirety without getting up for restroom breaks or nothing.
That's
Oh.
And I love this movie, and my girl was watching it with me, and I go, "This is the worst, best movie ever of all
Oh
time."
yeah, there's a lot of movies
Oh,
like that.
a lot of
though, huh?
movie. We'll talk about that, and then at the end we're gonna do our shout outs as always. So you guys are tuned into the B-Side Sports show here with Ralph Figueroa, Eric J, Shaye, Whitey. You can tune into us and follow us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. And if you guys want to email us, you can email us at bsidesportsshow@gmail.com. So once again, you're finding us here on the B-Side channel located at bsideshow.net. So follow us, all of us. We have support. We have some great shows that are in store here. And so we're going to move on to our first segment. So we're going to talk about some trending hot topics, guys. So Mr. Drakk, spelling, will you hit it, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, it is getting hot in her. The March, el madness del March ya empezó, ya está get hot here.
Maníaco de marzo.
Ay, maníacos de marzo.
It's this March Madness.
Oh, it's so crazy. So yeah, March Madness, Kentucky, man,
they're on a roll.
undefeated. But we're gonna get to them on the next segment because that's what we're really gonna talk about. But let's let's start off. There's some sad news that we will report that Al Rosen. I don't know if you guys know who this guy is, but he's a third baseman who played on the last Cleveland Indian team to win a World Series.
Wow.
And was the 1953 American League MVP. At the ripe young age of 91, he has passed away.
Wow, so sudden.
So nobody saw it coming. But Al Rosen, rest in peace, my good sir. But on the better side of sports,
Yes.
you know what I'm really getting into right now is NBA.
Oh yeah.
The NBA is wow.
It's getting crunch time.
It's
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and you know who's tripping me out is Russell Westbrook,
Oh,
man.
wow, man.
I don't know, the debate between who's gonna win the MVP this year is gonna be hot.
He just put himself in it like just within the last month or so. I mean,
What did he do over the last 8 games?
even starting back from getting MVP of the All-Star game after that point.
After he was on,
so
he's been
now-
on fire.
Now
Yeah.
in the last 8 games, he has 6 triple doubles in the last 8 games. I mean,
You
that's
know what? Kevin
ridiculous.
Durant has 6 triple doubles in his whole career at this
Yeah.
point, and that's not even including his movie, bro.
Wow.
Thunderstruck?
Thunderstruck. Ugh.
Isn't that with Val Kilmer?
Did it make
I don't know.
it,
Were they in search of a ring or something? I don't. Yeah.
It's like an Indian that
Did it
turned
even
into
make
a-
Oh no!
triple
That's
digits?
Kevin Durant's real story. He's still in search of the ring. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Órale.
Right. OKC. Okay.
Did that movie even make triple digits in
Ugh,
money?
I don't know. I
Yeah, I did triple digits
Made
and a
$100.
thumbs down.
Hey, well, somehow I saw it, so they got their money's worth out of
there
that.
we
So, James Harden, man, you guys, I trip out on these NBA players. Like, you guys got mad money, and why are you dressing like that? It's
Oh,
like, did you
wow.
see his suit the other day? It looked like it was like crayon all
Yeah.
over, like some. Like I don't know if some special school or whatever. Just
I
just
think
kind
it
of.
was a special design by Stevie Wonder, I heard.
Yeah, and then his beard looks like something was living in it. I mean, the way his beard.
I
looks
know,
is-
right? There's the Hobbit.
I
is
seen
in
something
there.
crawl out of it during a press conference the other day. He just
I think it was a partridge in a pear tree.
My
Yeah.
precious. It just comes out, you know.
it's
he's-
Quado from Total Recall. It's like a little face.
Yeah, really weird. Yeah, he needs to get his attire together. So,
Yeah,
did
man.
you guys see this week, man? Mayweather Pacquiao. Did you see guys the news
Oh, they had the
conference?
conference for that.
Over here in L.A. in
was
Los
a
Angeles at the
madhouse.
Staples Center. It was crazy. And you know what? I had a lot of respect for the way they handled it. There was no proverbial shit talking. It was just
It was
you know what,
business.
man to man. And you know what? But I have to give props to Mayweather's guy, because when that dude got up on the podium, I thought I was in church, bro. All of a sudden, like, huh, yeah, my man, he's 47-0. He ain't never lost a battle with anybody in or outside the ring,
Oh, that's
except in
right.
the judicial court. And I was like, this guy's preaching. I was like, yes. And then you know, you get Bob Arum up there, and it was just like, yeah, so the Jewish people came down from the
Shalom.
He had 10 I was like, what is he talking about,
Four
dude?
score and 20 years
I know.
ago.
But then the Philippines is like, he made the worst analogy ever. And then Pacquiao goes up, dude.
And it was spectacular. All the fans out there today in celebration.
Yep.
He was amazing.
Awesome. I can't wait. You know what I want to really see is the fight that is going to happen after that week. So, because that's May 2nd. On May 9th, that's another good fight. That's going to be Canelo versus just forgot his name right now, dude. Buff dude, Kirkland.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, really?
Kirkland. Yes.
I didn't know that's what we had.
That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a real good fight.
I'm waiting. Man, Canelo needs a good opportunity.
They're both
man.
solid.
Yeah.
They're both solid dudes. They both look like it's gonna be like watching two pit bulls going at it, bro. Just bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
And then the referee will be Michael Vick.
I don't know. I don't know if it intends a comeback on his career. I don't know. But yesterday there was a good fight on HBO. Kovalev and Pascal over in Montreal. That was a great fight. They were duking it out, but at the end, after the 7th round, there was a stoppage. So Kovalev won by TKO. And it was funny that that's going to be a little bit of controversy that's going to come out in the news shortly, because it was just the stoppage. I don't know if it was like legit, whatever. But what I liked was the story that led to all of that, which Bernard Hopkins had to interview Kovalev. Now, if you guys remember,
Right.
Kovalev was the one that handed him his.
Get out.
Yes, like you know what? Hey, bro, stop boxing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get back on the mic.
Stop boxing. Let's leave it to the young guys like me, Kovalev. Viva Russia. I don't know why I said Viva. I don't even know.
He was probably
I think
nervous
it
asking
was
the
something about
Viva
the
Russia.
struggle.
Viva Russia. I know. Right? So no, but it was great. Bernard Hopkins, man, he was giving him mad props, and it was good seeing this dude. He pays his respects. You know what? At the end, he's a gentleman about it. He's like, yeah, you whooped me, but I value you as a fighter.
You think he flinched every time he asked him something?
He just kind of like, yeah, when Kovalev leaned in, he's like, yeah, They had to tell him a couple of times, hey, Bernard,
he's back money. He's back money.
Bernard, put your hands down, player. Put your hands down.
I hear him voices.
You know who else was at the fight, dude? Roy Jones Jr.
Oh my!
When he came into the ring, I was like, who is that? Lawrence Fishburne? What is that? Morpheus?
Looking more like a senior now.
He's supposed to be fighting later this year. I didn't even know they had an elderly edition of the WBO, the Abuelito Boxing Association, the ABO.
And they're gonna take it old school. They're gonna fight over 100 rounds. I heard. And the fight's gonna be sponsored by Harp. Shouts out.
Bare-fisted.
Shout outs to AARP.
Yes,
For the retirement people.
55 and over.
Affleck.
and Affleck. Meh.
Roy Jones Jr. looks like Damon Stoudemire got stretched out. That's what Roy Jones Jr. looks like. That's to me.
Oh my
stretching
god! Oh my god! Hey, did you guys hear about Will Ferrell?
Oh yeah,
That was cool,
That was
man.
pretty cool.
So a lot of controversy though,
Oh,
because
yeah.
John Madden didn't like
John
it.
Madden was talking. Oh man,
John Madden was
Yeah, man.
like-
Yeah, he had something nasty to say about him.
Yeah,
Saying that it was-
he just didn't think he was professional and whatever.
But he didn't know it was for good cause.
Oh,
he's raising money for cancer. It's like
What
you know,
about all the guys that worked their tail off to get to this position, and he probably took their. I don't know if the impression's any good, but
I was like, who's that supposed to be?
I don't know. Who that's
I don't
supposed
know
to
if that's
be.
supposed to be. I don't know if that's supposed to be Madden or Constipated Shaye.
Oh,
It
yeah.
sounds the same.
I thought he was
It-
in the restroom person.
No,
I
it
know,
was
I was
more
like,
like a
wow.
Howard Cosell combination.
Hey.
Howard Cosell choking on the back of pistachios.
Yeah. So
Shouts out to pistachio bags and Howard Cosell's choke.
He actually played. Actually, Will Ferrell played for two different teams in the same game.
Actually, he played for
He played for like 10
10
teams.
10 teams. He played 10 positions.
He played 10 positions.
Yes.
for 10
9
teams, right?
positions.
9 positions. Well, no, he played 10 because he played a coach.
And I think he played it like catcher and.
Yeah,
pitcher
so
in the
he
same
played.
game for
So it was
opposite
cool.
teams
He's
or
just
something.
going in between, and
Yeah.
he's putting on jerseys and switching outfits.
He was a third.
But when he
Yeah,
got
it was
when that his biggest mistake was going into Dodgers territory and wearing a Giants jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh.
he came
he
in
had to
with-
switch mid game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got flown in on a helicopter. So that was kind of
Yeah.
like they let him have it. Boo! They booed him. They booed him.
Straight up.
So yeah, did you guys watch UFC 185 with
it was exciting.
Dos Anjos?
Man, I heard a lot about that.
And
one, man.
Anthony Pettis was supposed to just come in and just handle, and this dude Dos Anjos murdered him, dude. Murdered him. So they were in Dallas, and guess who shows up at the fight? DeMarco Murray, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, who
Good
now went to
guy.
the Eagles.
Eagles, yeah.
So he's over at UFC 185. They showed him on the jumbo screen, and they booed him too, bro.
Yeah, man. That guy-
Boo!
it felt
You know what?
like-
He had to do what he had to do, man. Why you guys getting mad at DeMar? Hey, look, they chose Des Bryant over this guy.
Of course.
It's like he's got to go where the money's at too. He's not.
He's earned it.
He's a great running back, and at the end of the day, he's got to make his money. So you know who else signed a huge contract? Ndamukong Suh.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of player movement in the NFL.
lot of
Yeah,
player
because it was a
movement.
free agency opened up this week. So that guy got a huge contract with the
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins,
He's
and
the highest paid.
roughly they're saying about $60 million of that is guaranteed. That's you know what? That's almost as much as the NFL team, the Florida Panthers. That's their payroll
Wow.
for 2014 and 2015.
I don't know. That's kind of a shame to me. I just that guy's he's a really known as being a dirty player, and everybody and he's being rewarded for it.
But he's big, man.
Yeah.
He's
He's a big
you know what?
dude.
He's like the Suge Knight of defense backs. You know what I mean?
And he can't drive.
Yeah. You know Reggie Bush now. He's gonna be a 49er.
49er.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
So.
right. We
Yeah,
also
he's-
had who else?
He went from one gold digger to another, the gold miners. All right, good for them. So
And what about the Jets? They got Darrell Revis and Antonio Cromartie.
that defense is going to be
Yeah,
solid.
They improved themselves a lot.
Solid. There's a lot of movement and stuff, man. And that's what's and that's what I love about free agency. And all these dudes, even the Raiders lost a couple players of free agency. Like Dallas, since they lost to Marco Murray, they decided to pick up McFadden all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah,
And I don't know if it's a wise investment.
Yeah,
he's,
I know.
he's
He's
been
always hurt.
he's an injury prone
He's injury
guy.
prone.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so
The Raiders did sign Christian Ponder.
I don't know about that one.
So I don't know if they're going to use him right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna ponder on that.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
They should have thrown him in the pond.
A big congratulations from the Bsidesports show to Los Angeles Kings center Anze Kopitar. Him and his wife welcomed their first child, and she's a beautiful little baby girl. So shout out to the Kings.
Nice.
Shout out
To
to
the
the baby
Kings.
making Kings.
New York Islanders, man, they just signed Johnny Boychuk to a 7-year extension.
With how much?
$42 million, 7-year extension, all of it guaranteed. I'm gonna hit that. That's gonna be my new best friend,
Wow.
Johnny Boychuk. I'll be your boy, Chuck.
Oh,
Yeah, boy, check
I'll
it
be your
up.
boy, Chuck. NASCAR, they reinstated our lovable, huggable Kurt Busch, who likes to
Busch.
beat on women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they've granted him a waiver for the chase. The Auto Club, this is a great move to install more safer barriers after the NASCAR race.
Keep your distance.
They're
woman.
like, you know what? Here, Kurt Busch, we're gonna leave this last one just in case.
So why you gotta be sold out? I'm outcasted, y'all.
You outcasted, son. So, hey, guys, it's been another great segment, Trending Hot Topics. So we're about to get into the really crazy stuff regarding the awesomest month when it comes to college basketball, and we're going to talk about March Madness. So, Drakk Spelling, go ahead and hit it, sir. Nice. So of course it's March Madness, and
Crazy.
as we're recording right now, there's a few games that are still being played. So first off, big shout out to the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yes.
What do you think, Eric?
Man, they're doing it, man. They're playing big time, man. They're playing big time, and I mean, I would like to see them go all the way undefeated, but I mean, can it happen?
I think Calipari could take them. I don't know, Shaye. What's your honest opinion on these
it has
guys?
to. I mean, one of the other top seeds, Kansas, they beat them by 32 points. I mean, they just look stronger. I mean,
They just
they're just
Right now, the team that I think is really solid, that's going to give Kentucky a run for their money right now, I think is going to be Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is doing their thing.
Wisconsin's playing
And
good.
they just won the Big Ten tournament, so that's pretty huge, right there. There's so many great teams out there. Arizona's been playing really well. Notre Dame, shout out
Dame.
to those
Oh,
dudes.
man.
dude,
okay.
that big upset.
First,
Yeah,
first,
that's
they killed off the Blue Devils. Look at that.
Yeah.
They got all religious on them. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna slay the Blue Devils. Damn you. So they took care of them.
Blasphemy.
The little leprechauns. We're gonna take care of these goddamn devils. And they got rid of them, they did.
I heard they had them seeing purple stars.
So then after that, they had to file we got the dumb Tar Heels on our heels, and we're gonna stomp all over them. They beat the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Because they're anti-smokers.
They're
Tobacco Road.
Good dumb tobacco road. That's what I stuff in my little pipe.
In the pit?
In my pup.
Where do you
So-
smoke that from?
Notre Dame, and they
A
were
pancake.
and they were in the Big East for many years, and
Yeah.
they never won that tournament at all. Now they moved to the more prestigious ACC, and they won it. That's pretty awesome on them. The other ones I think that are going to be, because they still haven't selected the four number 1 seeds, and that's going to be the huge part of the bracket because they break it down of because there's 4 different regions.
Right.
Obviously, Kentucky for sure they're a number 1 seed. There's Virginia is definitely going to be up there.
Right.
Now here's where the mix-up is because now Duke, because they didn't win the ACC tournament, they were originally at the number 3 spot when it came to the ranking system, with Villanova being in 4th. So some of these teams have been losing, which, like I said, Duke just lost in the tournament to Notre Dame. Notre Dame was ranked like 6th or 7th or something like that. So do they deserve to go up? And now that's the thing that the committee's going to have to put together. They got to figure out who the number 1 spots are going to be.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a challenge. I mean, there's a couple given, and like I said, Villanova's up there, Arizona.
Probably Wisconsin.
Yeah, like I said,
believe
Wisconsin.
it's official now. Villanova is the number 1 seed in the East region.
Oh, that's another legit team though.
Yeah.
I like the way their style of play is. But Kentucky, I think Kentucky's going to get. Whoever's going to have to. I think Wisconsin is going to be the one that they're going to have to go through.
I think Duke is also number 1 now.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yep.
Yep.
They did get their number
They got
1 in
it?
the
Okay.
South
Yeah.
region. Yeah.
And that's a pretty fair assessment because the Duke, I mean, had a tougher schedule than some of these other teams, and Duke, I mean, come on, that's Coach K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it goes
With that
synonymous
division,
with
they
the
always have
tournament.
a tougher opponent.
And that's a great, North Carolina's going to still get in it. I don't know about the South Carolina. How do the Gamecocks?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? They lost. And unless they get invited to the NIT tournament, I don't see the men's Gamecock rising anymore.
Uh-huh.
So I think
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
So shouts out to the Gamecock risers.
They're going to be showing Viagra commercials in between segments.
Cialis. Not that I know.
Speaking of Cialis, UC Irvine is
Oh, are they the anteater?
no
The slugs or
the banana slug. No, I don't know. What is their UC Irvine? Whatever their mascot is, them and their mascot. They beat Hawaii, winning the Big West title. And that means they're going to get a ticket into the big dance.
And they got the title, and Hawaii got the title wave, apparently.
No Hawaii 5-0 for you. Oh. You know what I heard?
What?
Bobby Hurley's back.
Oh, yeah.
You remember our Bobby Hurley, our beloved Bobby.
Yeah.
As ugly as that guy was back then, he's even uglier now, let me tell you.
He's
He
back
looks
at the tournament, right?
Like if Andy Garcia and Skeletor had a kid. That's what he looks like. Shouts out.
Joey Zaza! Hey, Joey Zaza! So his team, he's now a head coach at a school in Buffalo.
In Buffalo, yes.
And Buffalo just won their first MAC title. Boom! Return of the MAC. Return of the MAC.
And
once
you
again.
know.
So Bobby Hurley is going back to the big dance with the team. So
He's
shout
back
out
in
to
it.
that
He's back
dude,
in it.
man.
Here we go.
Shout out to him.
That's some good stuff.
But their whole
man.
families, but they're all into basketball. The dad's also a prestigious coach as well. I think in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I believe his brother also coaches
His
in
brother
college.
also coaches.
Yeah, Bobby Hurley's brother is also
Who's
a coach
Donnie
in college.
Hurley? Or no, what's his name?
Curly.
It's the youngest one in
Curly Hurley.
the youngest
Curly
one in
Hurley.
curls.
The youngest one in curls.
And one that throws up all the time. He's hurling.
He's a garbage pail kid.
Hurling Hurley. I know, right? Adam Bomb.
He's a messy Jesse.
Those are what happened to those cards? Do they still make them?
Well, I don't know, but personally, there's one card, garbage pail kid that I have, and it actually says Blake Griffin at the bottom.
What?
What?
Well, look at his face.
He came back today, by the way.
Ah,
Good
yes.
segue. Good segue. Yeah, he was injured for a little bit, so now he came back. So good for him. But anywho,
To the Chucky face.
to the Chucky face.
Chucky.
Yeah. So the tournament is I think is going to be an awesome.
And UCLA actually got in. They were actually
What?
not a
How'd
lot.
they get in there?
They got in. They got the selection committee. It was up to the selection committee pretty much, but they got in.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I think she'd be under investigation or something.
Wow. I
How
know.
about USC?
USC, that I don't think it's officially that they're in. I don't know what seed they are.
I don't know.
UCLA actually
They
get
weren't
number
all
11.
that good in the Pac-12. They weren't a great team.
No.
No.
And I know a lot of gangsters can get all mad. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
USC fan. I deserve it, eh? It's like, bro, hey, look, just because you got admitted to USC County Hospital doesn't count.
Yeah,
That's not
I
making you
don't
a
think they
love.
made it.
No.
Shouts
Knock
out.
it off. Stop it.
No quiet.
Alrighty.
They don't use Trojans.
Hey, I know, right? You should. No, Arizona in the Pac-12 was solid though. Shouts out to them for winning the Pac-12.
They've always had a good
So
program.
they beat
though.
Oregon, which was pretty good. Great game. They blew them out. But I mean, all in all, I think Kentucky is going to be. I think Kentucky, Wisconsin, Villanova, and I don't know. I think Duke is going to be the other, or Virginia.
But there's always that major upset though
Yeah.
every year, huh?
Yeah.
Every
Always
year,
that
some
major
Cinderella
upset.
team.
Too bad they don't have that. Like, remember when that Buffett guy would give up like $1 billion if you could have the perfect bracket?
Oh, Warren Buffett. Oh,
Yeah,
I think
Warren
they still
Buffett.
do something like
No,
that.
And
think
that guy who
they
sings Margaritaville?
They say no, not that Buffett. No, he's the much cooler cousin Buffett. No, not that guy. But it was like $1 billion. But now I think they stopped doing it. It has to do with some legal controversy or whatever. But anyways, so next week we'll definitely have a bigger picture as far as that. And you know what? I think once these brackets come out, I think we should each publish our own. And let's see how far we get in the tournament. Let's and the winner gets a
No, the winner gets a buffet.
Hometown buffet.
Hometown buffet.
Alright.
Vamos al buffet.
Al buffet. All right, guys. Well, that's awesome. So we're going to be talking as the weeks progress about the March Madness. So we're going to move on to our next segment, which we want to talk about the athlete birthdays. So,
Yes.
Mr. Drakk Spelling, go ahead and hit it, sir. Nice. So welcome back to the Bsidesports show. I am Ralph Figueroa. And we got Eric J. and Shaye Whitey. And remember, you guys can find us on all our social media at Bsidesports show.
Yes.
So we want to talk about athletes' birthdays.
Yes, we got a lot of birthdays this time because it's always somebody's birthday.
It's always somebody's birthday.
And this time I'm going to start with Barry Bonds' dad, Bobby Bonds.
Bobby Bonds.
Bobby Bonds.
Yes, Bobby Bonds is celebrating a birthday on the 15th, as well as, remember this guy, Harold Baines?
Is that the guy from the Batman movies?
Hello,
Batman. I'm
gonna break your spine. Come back behind me.
Is that guy? No.
No, this guy
No,
actually
it's a different Baines.
he had a he looked like Gerald Levert.
Oh,
Gerald
okay.
Levert.
He looked
Okay,
like,
now I know it.
Yeah, now you know it.
Gerald Levert.
And I'm catching a pop fly.
Okay.
And they have Terry Cummings.
Hey, that's my new nickname,
And
guys.
you saw him coming from a mile away. Terry Cummings, with remember him? He was kind of like a tough guy with no eyebrows, kind of
yeah, that's
intimidating.
right.
And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, guy, he's celebrating
No
a birthday on the 16th. Ozzie Newsome, NFL tight end.
Oh, he's so Newsome.
Yes, and he's awesome for
He's
being
awesome.
Newsome. But he actually, I think he's like the GM for the Cleveland Browns now. He's the one that's kind of.
So he's the one that
updated
updated their awesome new logo.
Yes,
That
Now-
turned from a lighter shade of doo-doo brown.
He says they look awesome, and they're kind of Newsome in a way because it's a new look.
It's so he combined awesome and new with Newsome.
Hey,
Hey,
shouts out to him. Rodney Pete celebrating a birthday as
Oh,
well.
okay,
Rodney,
Copper Pete, huh?
yeah, remember him? And they call
Yeah.
him Pito Pete.
Pito Pete.
Who's he married to? Is he
That was,
married to like
Holly-
an
Holly
actress?
Robinson.
Holly Robinson Pete. That's right.
21
Yeah.
Jump Street.
Yes,
throw the Peter in
and
there.
I bought some Neutrogena from her. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
Nice.
she sells products, guys.
You got to go with the Adam Levine, though.
If you want.
Speaking of Levine, there's the Levi Brown celebrating a birthday from the NFL. And also, on that note, Blake Griffin celebrating a birthday on the
Oh,
16th.
so he returns on
Our
his birthday.
favorite ginger black guy.
I love him.
I like that dude. He's a beast.
He's dope. He's total beast. Isn't that his Garbage Pail Kid name?
Yes.
Beastie
Blake Griffin.
Beastie Boy. On the 17th, we got PGA legend Bobby Jones celebrating a birthday, as well as Danny Ainge, infamous Celtic. Danny Ainge.
Nobody liked that guy.
Who liked
Danny?
him?
Remember they
His
were.
parents didn't
Did
like
you guys
him.
ever see that episode of Married with Children where Al and Peg they go to the All-Star game, right? So they get there and then it's like the NBA All-Star game with everybody and Danny Ainge.
I just remember. Hey, Shay, do you remember when the Houston Rockets were beating the Phoenix Suns and Danny Ainge pretended to inbound the ball and just threw the ball right in Mario Ali's face?
Oh, I think
Oh,
I
that
I
was-
mean, it was Danny
Hey,
Ainge.
everybody
at his best. He
hated
was
Danny
classic.
Ainge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but You know, actually, I used to have Danny Ainge's baseball card when we played with
Oh yeah,
Blue
he was a
Jays.
baseball
I
player.
found, and you remember that box of caca that we got to go through? I
Caca?
said, caca. Like as in the
Shout out to Kaká.
Yeah.
the
the
MLS
MLS,
player,
yeah.
caca. I have this box. I found a Danny Ainge in there. I got to bring it. We got to, you know what? Maybe we'll do that next week. I'll bring it and we'll go over through some of the
And we'll
the
make
cards
fun of
in
it.
there.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe we might have some more birthdays in there. I don't know. We'll see.
Celebrating a birthday, Mia Hamm, also on the
Oh,
17th.
Mia Hamm.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mia
yeah.
Hamm.
Oh,
She
yeah.
she stopped playing soccer, right?
I'll take a slice of that ham.
Yeah.
I heard she stopped playing soccer. She pulled a hamstring.
Yeah.
You know who
She used to
she's
ham it
married
up.
to? She's
Nomar.
Nomar Garcia Parra.
Really?
So now she's Nomar Garcia Parra Ham.
I think you just read it in the mirror. His real name is Ramon, isn't it? Ramon Garcia Parra.
Ramon.
Ramon.
Whenever she gets mad, she just tells him, "No more, no more,
No more. No more. No more. No more. Okay, no more.
No more.
No more.
No more.
No more for you.
No more for Shaye.
No more for sure.
Kyle Korver, speaking of white boy Shaye,
Oh,
Kyle
yeah.
Korver celebrating a birthday.
The Ashton Kutcher of the
yeah, there you
NBA.
And on the 18th, remember this guy, Andy Granatelli from Toot Up Masters, the big old fat guy. Used to
Oh,
have
yeah.
He's celebrating a birthday.
But he's still alive. Good for him.
Yeah, and you know he doesn't indie race no more because his cars don't go so fast. George Plimpton celebrating a birthday on the 18th.
Oh, I got a Plimpton the other night from a lady. It was nice.
Oh,
From a
nice.
lovely young lady.
Isn't that from SpongeBob?
Continue.
character?
Now.
That's for a
now.
different show.
No, different show.
And
Different
this one's for
SpongeBob.
you, the different SpongeBob.
The diff-
On the 18th, Rick Martel. Remember the wrestler?
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
model.
The model, Rick Martel.
model, Rick Martel.
Yeah, from Quebec. He's celebrating a birthday. And Andre Rison celebrating a birthday. And
Get your mojo rising, Mr. Rising.
yeah, he's going to party and till the roof
Raise
catches
the-
fire. He's going to celebrate. Is that too soon?
That's too, no.
No, not really too soon. That
No.
was a while ago.
Well, maybe.
On the 19th,
That's shout out to
Heap
Left
Sop Choi. Shout out to Left Eye and the right one. Heap Sop Choi celebrating a birthday, Korean baseball player. Hito Turkoglu.
He top choi. I was like, is that something that's on the? Is that what number is that on the menu? Number seven. I'll take a heat top choi.
Hito
All right.
Choi with fortune cookie.
No shrimp. No shrimp. No shrimp. Allergic.
Fly right.
I know. Fly light.
Fly light. On the 20th, Pat Riley gonna celebrate a birthday, and NHL legend Bobby Orr, Mookie Blaylock.
Mookie.
Hey yo Mookie. Hey yo Mookie.
Hey, how you doing,
He's
Mookie?
celebrating a birthday.
We talked
and
about him before too.
yeah, like last week I think.
Yep.
And Jamal Crawford also gonna celebrate a birthday on the 20th. And on the 21st, Coach Tom Flores from the Raiders with the
Oh,
cool
God.
little fro, little
Yes,
Mexican
he
fro.
has a little-
My
little-
dad had a hair.
Little
hairstyle
Mexican
like this.
toupee.
It was dope. It was 2 pesos.
Es tu pesos.
This guy, U.S. ping pong player, Wang Wang.
Wing wang.
Oh.
Everybody wing
wing
wang
wang.
tonight. Everybody wing wang tonight. Everybody wing wang tonight. He's a champion.
Yeah, that fool,
He's a champion in ping pong.
Wang is hanging.
Man.
So
Wang.
Shout out to the
Gee.
wankster.
shout out to the Wangster.
The wankster. Nice.
Say you a wankster.
On rounding off the birthdays, we got Scott Williams from the Chicago Bulls,
Oh, yeah.
which is
Oh,
a
man.
Hacienda Heights product, which is
Yes.
from around here.
All right.
Adrian Peterson and Ronaldinho rounding off the birthdays for the 21st of March.
I don't know how they say INHO is.
Well, for him, he's
Ronaldinho.
Ronald in a hoe.
Ronald in hose.
Ronald and
and
Ho.
Ho.
Well, happy birthday to that Ronald and a Ho. So, happy birthday to all those guys from all those and the ladies, of course,
And the ladies,
from the
me hams.
B-Side Sports Show. Remember, you guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. And once again, you guys can follow all of our B-Side channel family at bsideshow.net. So we are ready to move on to the next segment because now we're going to get into this week in sports history. So go ahead, hit it, Mr. Drakk Spelling.
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back in time. Sometimes he'd get up.
So this week in sports history, brought to you by Geritol.
Yes,
You want to
sir.
stay regular and be still in history? Drink
Yeah.
Geritol.
Sports
And
history brought to
Viagra.
you by Marty McFly.
Brought to you by DeLorean Motor Company.
In association with Viagra.
And also by Flux Capacitor Industries.
Okay, so this week
Duck.
Duck Copernicus. So going if we had a time machine, Shaye, what would happen this week in sports history?
Okay,
Tell us.
this week in sports history, we're going to cover today, the 15th through the 21st. So that's the
Alright.
week.
Alright.
So we'll start with today in sports history in the year 1869. the Cincinnati Red Stockings became the very first pro baseball team. in
The
the
Red
country.
Stockings.
The Red
Stockings.
Stockings.
That was their uniform, the
Yeah.
Red Stockings.
So back in those days, people wore stockings. They didn't wear socks. So that's what.
And I heard
guess
Christmas came about because of that
it,
too.
it could have been. I don't know. So it started in Cincinnati, I guess.
because apparently the White Girdles was not a good professional name, so they had to go with the Red
Yeah,
Stockings.
so it turned out for the best.
The derbies.
In 1901, horse racing was actually banned in San Francisco. Who knows why? I don't think we want to get into why.
What?
on that.
Wild horses, San
Yeah.
Francisco. Not
No.
a good combination.
What kind of horseplay are you talking about?
Yeah.
and who actually gets whipped?
Also, in 1912, Cy Young actually retired with 511 wins, and of course, we know Cy Young. You know, the award
Who?
is still named after
Who?
Cy Young.
Cy Young.
The
Never
best
heard of that
pitcher
guy.
ever.
I know.
Cy
Whatever.
Young.
They named a trophy after him. Then
It's some measly trophy.
that's
that
messed up because Lou Gehrig all got was a disease named after him.
Oh, that's
messed up.
that's too
that's
bad. Huh?
you know that might be borderline too soon, bro.
Yeah, too soon.
Too soon.
I forgot already.
In 1958, Oscar Robertson, scores an NCAA record at the time. He was playing for Cincinnati, 56 points in a game. 56 points in a
points.
college game.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, considering that college games don't even score that much.
Yeah.
They scored maybe 70, 80 points
Nowadays,
tops.
that's-
And back
Yeah.
then with the peach baskets.
Yeah.
Imagine, dude. Take
And
a
then,
look.
and then having to deal with the. That's all they play. It's the only theme song they ever had back in those days.
Back in those days, that's
I
it.
don't know. Every time I see an old movie of these guys playing basketball,
Now when they blow
Why do
the
you have to
whistle,
wind
that's
the
how it
piano?
sounds
Why do you have
too.
to wind the piano? I don't get that.
I know.
It's the harpsichord.
I know.
Rounding out
they had
the
to take the
15th,
trolley.
1962, Wilt Chamberlain was the first to score 4,000 points in a season. So,
Boom.
And we're talking about points.
Boom. And women.
And
the
Wilts.
following year.
You know, who wants to grab the stilt?
Yeah, we'll talk about that one on another show. On the 16th, in 1872, Nellie Saunders and Rose Harlan, the first ever female boxing match, took place. That was in
Nice.
1872. I wonder what they look like. If I could find it, I'll try to post it on Instagram.
Oof.
How'd they
I
get
don't know if they had
scratches across
photos
their
back
face
then.
anyways?
I don't-
Yeah.
Who
See
took
what
off
they
their
look
bra
like.
first?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
There was Boxcar Marge.
Tell them Large Marge sent ya.
Large Marge sent ya. Yeah, like
Fighting against the Sultan of
she's a
Santana.
ghost.
Okay,
And they were
also-
allowed to fight, but weren't allowed to vote.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
that was their opportunity.
I know, right?
So in 1964, Alex Karras and Paul Hornung were actually reinstated to the NFL. They had been banned for. Do you guys remember who Alex Karras is?
That's
Yeah.
Pipidopoulos.
Yeah, George Papadopoulos from Webster.
From
Remember
Webster.
yeah.
Yeah.
He has an interesting story. Actually, he was also a former pro wrestler during part of his retirement, and then he went back to football. He went into acting.
Yeah.
I think in
He's in
what's another
Blazing
segment we
Saddles.
can do is actors in movies, like, because he has a pretty interesting career actually.
Yeah,
They
very.
But,
named this kid after a dictionary.
Yeah, exactly.
Webster's.
But he ended up. The reason he was banned because he was found to have bet on some games too. So, but he actually was reinstated a few years later. So okay, but so good for him. That he was dope though. I like that show Webster. That was. I know
I
that was
bet
one of
you
Eric's
did.
favorite
I
shows.
bet you did.
I bet
Said
you-
creepy.
Eric has that picture of Michael Jackson with Webster on his lap on his phone. Yeah.
What's even
It's
creepier is how do
creepy.
you know that?
Yeah.
Because I found it in your peachy folder.
Because I found it in your pocket when I was digging in there for extra change because the meter was running and my car kept running and people kept honking and
Huh? Okay. Anywho.
Okay. Also on the 16th in 1969, the Boston Bruins scored an NHL record 8 goals in one period. I mean,
What?
nowadays, how many do they score that many in a season nowadays?
Nowadays, you can't score on any periods
Oh,
unless you're crazy. Anywho.
shouts out to Stay Free.
Okay, moving on to the 17th in 1900, the Montreal Shamrocks swept the Halifax Crescents in 2 games. That shows you how far back the NHL goes.
The Shamrocks.
Sham-
huh?
it sounds like a sham to
The
me.
Montreal Shamrocks.
Meh.
Yeah,
In
Shamrock.
1908, the quickest world heavyweight title ever, 88 seconds.
Oh my God,
And
who
that was,
fought?
That was before the days of Mike Tyson. Burns KO'd Roche
Okay, well,
in
you
88
have no
seconds.
idea that when me and my lady get down, that's
Yeah, at least
I could
88
knock her
seconds,
out, or she could knock me out in faster than that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You
She's
just
knocked me out. She Ronda Rousey'd me the other day, bro.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome. It was 14 seconds. I'm done. I was like, nice.
Do you have footage of that?
It wouldn't even be worth posting. It's still within enough that I could post it on Instagram.
But
It's,
you can send it through text.
Less than 7 seconds as long as
It's under the 30 seconds for
it's
text.
Instagram worthy. Okay.
Story
anywho.
of my life. There we go.
I don't wanna talk about that
And on the
anymore.
18th in 1892, this is really how far back the Stanley Cup actually goes. 1892 is when Lord Stanley actually presented the Silver Challenge Cup for hockey to compete for. 1892.
But weren't they supposed to be wearing the cups already?
Well, yeah.
Lord Stanley.
Yeah, and it was all silver.
Can you
Have to
present
take it
the
off.
cup?
They call it a chastity.
Well, I'm drinking out of this cup right now. I have to give it to this bloody bloke.
And why did this liquid keep falling through the holes?
I'm Lord Stanley. Okay.
Okay, and moving on into 1985,
Outstanding.
Commissioner Peter Ueberroth actually reinstated Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle to baseball. They were actually also suspended because they worked at casinos after baseball.
A Uberoff reinstated a Willie
Willie and
and
And a mantle.
and a Mantle.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mickey,
A
yeah.
Peter.
A Peter Mantle.
But it's interesting, man. They were let back into baseball, and Pete Rose is still waiting for that.
A Willie Mantle.
Willie, man.
Hi, we need a mantle for those now.
And
Okay.
Petey Rose.
In 1995 is when Michael Jordan actually ended his retirement. He returned to the Bulls. Remember when he went off to
Oh,
baseball for a
yeah.
little
And he
while?
came
that's
back
right.
to the Bulls?
Came back to the Bulls. Yeah, so
That's a bunch of bull.
I'm sure they're grateful for that. That was a bunch of bull.
45.
know.
Yeah.
Moving on to the 19th, in 1956, the biggest margin of victory ever in an NBA game, the Minnesota Lakers defeated the St. Louis Hawks 133-75.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then
That's like a today score. Anyways.
Wow. And when you move on to 1972, the Lakers beat the Warriors 162-99 to beat that record, 63-point margin of victory. I mean,
That's
we
just
just
showing
wish
off.
that could happen these days.
Yeah,
I
now
mean,
it's the
yeah.
opposite effect.
Now
Now,
we're-
there's,
Yeah.
now
Now
the
it's
Converse
opposite.
is on the other foot.
Yep,
That's-
exactly.
So shout out to Chuck
And
Taylor.
speaking another NBA, that same day in 1971, the 76ers outscored the Cincinnati Royals 90-8 in one half.
Wow.
Not even the whole game, 90-8 in one half.
98.
Wow.
Wow, that's like crazy stuff. And then in 1995, Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, I already talked about that. We'll move on to the 20th. Female Babe Didrikson pitches the hitless inning for the Philadelphia A's in an exhibition game. She was a female back in 1934. They actually let her in there to pitch that game.
Wow.
That's a
Nice.
trip. So they've come a long way. In 1953, on the 21st NBA record, 106 fouls in one game. 12 players fouled out of the game. I mean, that sounds like a pickup game or something that we
Sounds
would
like
have.
a soccer hooligan
Yeah.
match.
All right.
Shouts out to the Manchester United.
And winding down
Arsenal.
on the 21st, 1964, UCLA actually went undefeated, 30-0. I mean, they were good back then. In 1984, NFL owners passed the Anti-Celebrating Act rule, so they kind of toned down the celebration that year. So, too bad. I mean, kind of took away from the game a little bit, and that's this week in sports history.
Yeah.
You can't celebrate?
No
You
more
can't
celebrating,
celebrate.
guys. Yeah. So
What
now it's celebrate and get fined. So now
That's
they just do it
this
anyway.
week in sports history I don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, the ugly celebration to end it.
Yeah.
You can't celebrate? I'm not going to celebrate for that.
Yep.
Anywho, so yeah, this week in sports history brought to you by DeLorean Car Machines.
Yes, sir.
And Duck Industries. So we're going to move into our next segment because I want to know who is in trouble. So, Mr. Drakk Spelling, go ahead and hit it, sir. The stories you are about to hear are factual,
They are true.
and they are very much true.
And they're all based on Shaye.
Oh.
Mr.
Oh, man.
Eric J.,
Oh.
can you please inform us who is in trouble this week?
Sure, I'll tell you. The first person who's in trouble is Virginia head baseball coach Brian O'Connor. He's kind of in trouble. He was suspended 4 games on Friday after he made contact with an umpire during a game they lost against Virginia Tech. So
What do you mean he made contact?
So he kind of started bumping him.
They started with a little bump and grind.
Inappropriate contact?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, but
you know, I mean-
apparently there was something wrong with that.
Well, he got suspended 4 games for
so
it.
so that's almost like misconduct.
Yeah, it's always contact. You know what's funny is that they lost to the Hokies, but he thought it was okay to pokey the ump around and then turn himself around. So
And
go
that's
for-
what we're all about.
Hokey pokey.
The hokey pokey.
A Seattle Seahawks hater. He's kind of in trouble.
Oh, I heard about this one.
Yes, in San Francisco, Marshawn Lynch was partying with some of his posse.
With his homies.
his crew.
With his Oaktown homies.
I think
dog, we're going to go to Frisco, dog. You down the road.
let's pick up the 357s from Oaktown.
Who brought this guy?
Chicky monkey.
Chicky. You chicky.
So this hater incited a melee with
Ooh, I like that word melee.
melee. Dude, well, I was actually thinking of the word Pele, and I just kind of messed up. But-
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
No, but he started telling Marshawn Lynch stuff. He started calling him sea chicken, Seattle sea chicken, which I don't
No.
understand
say chicken.
because everyone knows he's beast.
I know, he's a beast mode. He eats Skittles. Yes.
So
Yes.
one of his posse members, he got mad, attacked the disgruntled hater fan.
I like how he says one of his posse members.
His posse members, like that movie Posse with Big Daddy Kane, Tone Loc, and Zeus. And
Funky
anyways,
Cole Medina.
he one of his crew members attacked the guy. Marshawn Lynch tried to separate it, but got a few punches in, and he got mad because he called him a sea chicken. But I guess he won't be chicken of the Seahawks anymore. That's what it's all about.
What about the Gamehawks?
Reference to the game. Shout out to the Gamecocks. You see me rise. Floyd Mayweather, he will not be facing charges. So a 19-year-old by the name of Devion Cromwell was put in a rear naked chokehold by Mayweather a year ago.
With or without clothing?
It was optional.
I heard naked chokehold.
Yeah, did he do it right?
They got him a frontward chokehold.
Whoa. Hey.
Shouts out to the blings. But he filed charges a year later, which was it's past the statute of limitations, not the statute.
The statute.
Nice. And so charges won't be filed against Mayweather.
Oh, good for him.
So also,
now he can just focus on the fights. Better make it worth my $100.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember WWE star Victoria Shaye? Remember?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, her and her husband own a restaurant apparently,
Oh, okay.
and some guy came in with a gun, not knowing. He just started pushing his way, started causing a little ruckus in the bathroom.
And let me guess, she put him in a rear naked chokehold.
Frontwards.
Oh!
Magical. I just had a
it was a full frontal chokehold.
Magical.
Anyways, the guy starts pushing his way into the kitchen. Victoria's husband, tries to stop him. Seems like he's gonna reach out for a gun. So the guy picks him up and drops him on the ground hard and restrains him until police come. So apparently he went to the restaurant asking for a grand slam. And he definitely got it.
He got what he was looking for.
So shouts out to WWE star Victoria and her buff husband.
Nice.
Arizona police, they arrested Cincinnati Red prospect Jeremy Rainier.
I thought I heard something else. I heard pros. I was like, what?
Okay.
Prospect.
Not prostate.
Prospect. Okay. Yes.
Prospect is 2.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay.
Arizona's down. It's down and dirty in there. Okay.
It is down and dirty.
It's down and dirty.
Well,
and pretty
this
warm.
guy Jeremy Rainier or something like that. He got cut off at a bar because he was being a little obnoxious and lewd. I guess is that a word? Lewd.
Lewd.
L-E-W-D.
Lewd.
It's kind of like crude, but
See, here at the B-Side Sports Show, not only do you learn about sports, but you also learn vocabulary.
You said prostate, and I thought it was lube.
Yeah, lewd, prostate.
You also learn the word melee today.
Melee is another good one.
Sounds like Pele, but it's melee. Okay. Anyways, he got arrested because after being kicked out, the Cincinnati Red prospect, he started throwing rocks at the bar, and eventually he missed part of the bar and hit his girlfriend in the face with one of the rocks. So now she's apparently red herself of anger. And that's why he is not going to be picked up by the Reds because he can't even hit a big old building.
Wow.
Which is good. So shouts out to him. Mississippi State quarterback Dak Prescott and 2 of his players, they were attacked at a spring break Waka Flocka concert.
Waka Flocka Flames!
For no apparent reason. No arrest. And
because they stood out like a sore thumb. I just Waka Flocka Flocka. Okay, anyways.
What's a guy named Dak doing that at Waka Flocka?
I know.
Yeah, right?
Hey, Dak.
Hey, Dak.
Keep your deck in your own city, Dak.
Give me a Coors, Dak.
You and your decks.
Dak of Flame. Flaming Dak. A flaming daiquiri. Maybe
You
that's
hit-
what they turned him into. And they crushed his face into ice.
You're going to press your face in Hollywood at the Waka Flocka Flames. Hang Flames.
And that rounds out the Who's in Trouble segment.
Waka Flocka. Does people actually go to that concert?
That was
Would you
good
go,
stuff.
Shay?
I mean, if somebody paid me, I probably would go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't believe that guy's still rapping.
I can't believe
Or
that
maybe if we go for the B-side, if we have a booth that we could sell merch.
I
maybe.
can't believe we're still talking about it, to be
Yeah,
honest with you. So this Who's in Trouble Waka Flocka apparently is not. Anywho.
He's flamed
So,
out.
remember, you guys are tuning in to the B-Side Sports Show here with Ralph Figueroa, Eric J., and, of course, Shaye Whitey. We're going to move on to our next segment of sports around the world. So,
Yes.
Drakk Spelling, can you hit it, my good sir? Nice. So we're gonna discuss some sports around the world. Around the world.
Around the world, here he come.
En mi parte de mi mundo, pues quiero ir a los deportes.
¿Por qué estás diciendo? Por todo
Pues
el
soy de
mundo.
las Chivas.
Simón. Oh.
I don't know why.
It's pronounced Simon.
It's actually Simon with an O with an apostrophe.
Chicken
Okay,
monkey.
gotcha.
So anyway, Shaye, what do you got on the sports around the world?
We'll start with we were talking about cricket earlier.
Cricket.
So India beat Zimbabwe to keep their 100% record. So overseas, they don't say they stay undefeated or they haven't lost. They say
They have
100%.
percentages.
Yeah, they do it as percentages or 100%.
So how does that work, though?
Well, if you don't lose, you're 100%.
That means that every time we scan something,
One
you get
0
charged.
0.
We charge everything as 100%.
Yes,
No
sir.
discount.
Yes,
no,
my friend.
No, my friend. No, my friend. No discount for you.
But anyway, I wanted to read
We
like a little
charge
bit of
100%.
the results, a few excerpts of just the results of their game against Zimbabwe, and just see if you guys make any sense of this. It just sounds
100% though. Also, is their sales rate on spoiled milk at 7-Eleven? Did you guys know that?
Nice.
We sell 100% of all milk. Okay.
Oh,
because they treat the cows sacred.
It's different. It's holy. Huh? Okay.
Okay,
Friend.
so check this out.
Continue.
So Suresh Raina,
Oh, he's my buddy pal. Huh? Suresh,
110 not out, and Captain MS Dhoni, 85 not out, whatever that means, shared a 196-run partnership to chase 288 at Eden Park.
That sounds like a very exhausting relationship.
Yeah, I mean, imagine the commentators for this thing. Okay.
I heard they're all math whizzes.
Sarkish, he 40 nuts, huh? He's going knuckles deep in this one, huh? Cricket. I don't know
Left-hander.
what. There he goes all around bases. Touch base, come back.
72% will give him tonsillitis.
No bueno.
Here's another excerpt from that. Left-hander Reina, who reached his century in 94 balls, was gifted a lifeline on 47
Who did he call Regis?
when Zimbabwe all-rounder
Whoa.
Hamilton Masakadza dropped a simple chance. So he reached his century in 94 balls, was gifted a lifeline with all-rounder dropped him a simple chance. This sounds like way out.
It sounds like
Is this 50 Shades of Grey?
it's.
What is it?
I know, right? What
50 Shades of Shaye.
What kind of positions are these? What kind of
cricket.
How did I get a century? I just turned 38 the other day.
A century means you go all the way.
This game makes me feel old.
So yeah, it's a trip though, but like you're seeing a lot of this on ESPN reporting this stuff now. So it makes me kind of interested to see how what this is all about. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know.
I just what sucks is I recorded that little cricket thing on ESPN, that 30 for 30, and it cut it off.
Oh really?
Ay,
You got cut off your cricket?
my little cricket got circumcised.
Conspiracies.
No more
Yeah, so I
cri-cri?
didn't record the whole thing, but I was watching this Indian player, and over there, man, he's like the equivalent of like a Steph Curry, I guess, now
over there.
in India. Like, he's
Nice.
it.
So we should
He's-
talk about him next time we do the top athletes
I am
sports
the
you don't
little
watch.
master. I don't know. I get little paddle and I make a lot of points.
Fuck a little ass.
And I tell everybody, friend, you my friend. We all friends.
We all friends. We stay
We friends
together.
from India. Let's hook up.
All right, so let's move on from cricket. Let's talk a little football. Which,
Ooh.
but if we're talking international sports, we're not talking about.
Estamos hablando de
American
fútbol.
Andres
We're talking
Cantor.
about that. We're talking about football.
Football.
Yeah,
Football, balls with feet.
En la Federación de Fútbol Mexicano.
What's going to go to FIFA?
or as I would say, soccer.
Soccer.
Anyway.
Soccer.
So
Soccer to
Or
me.
what Ray Rice did.
Soccer it to me.
He soccered to it.
So Parma of the Italian league, they were docked 2 points by the Italian FA League for failing to pay their players. The players haven't been paid all season.
It's like, hey, Gino, I pay you in pepperoni. You play defense. I will pay you in ciabatta.
Well, that sounds like Parm isn't getting their cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the ciabatta with you? Come on, Anselmo, help me.
Yeah, all
Hey,
season.
hey.
They're in debt 197.4 million euros.
Whoa.
I'm not sure exactly.
That's probably the equivalent of like a Volkswagen cabriolet.
You could at least
From
get like a hot dog out here on Shoppers Lane for that. I think.
Oh, shout
From
out
the
to the hot
old
dog
world
venture.
deli. From the old world deli.
So anyway, and also the club president and director were also given 4 months bans by they're trying to get them to get their stuff together.
I would think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And I heard who owns the team now? Frank McCourt?
They're going through a divorce.
Yeah, and then Magic Johnson will be the next one.
Nobody wants to court that McCourt.
Yeah. So anyway, so they're actually worried they could lose their license for not paying their bills. I mean,
Wow.
So pay your bills, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you have a sports franchise. I would think.
Especially,
You want someone to pay for you. And also in football or soccer, Barcelona beats Eibar 2-0 to increase their lead by 4 points over Real Madrid. Lionel Messi had an amazing run. And this is actually, I got to see the clip on this. They showed this crazy run where he just kind of...
he just went around in circles in these guys? It scored 2 goals in that game?
Yeah, he literally ran circles around these guys, made them look
Yeah.
silly.
They say that he's a dirty player though. He's kind of messy.
Yeah, he's a little messy. He's a little messy. Yeah.
He one time hit me so hard I made a little messy in my pants.
Yeah,
It was awful.
Well, he had some like Hershey squirt.
It was awful. It was awful.
Shouts out to the Hershey, Pennsylvania
I
crew.
gave myself a yellow card.
for shots.
For shots.
You shots
For
yourself.
shots.
Here's something crazy. In Argentina, there was actually a helicopter crash. France is actually probing this right now. They were actually filming. They were filming like a survival type show out there with athletes from over there, and some of them died actually during this helicopter crash.
So already the concept's out the window.
Yeah, it was.
I know, right?
They didn't survive. Yachtswoman.
I guess they
Florence
had way
Arnault.
too much extra baggage. Anyways.
They had a yachtswoman, a swimmer, a boxer. All dying in that.
Wow.
That's
Like
pretty
that's their whole Olympic team right there.
Yeah.
Jeez. That sucks.
And finally, Oscar Pistorius. I don't know if you guys know.
That's the guy with no legs.
With no legs, yeah.
And murdered his...
The judge actually rejected the murder appeal challenge. They're actually going to be able to. He's already been acquitted of it. But I guess with the way the law works in South Africa, there's still a chance he could still be convicted because they appealed the decision that he was innocent. So
Do you know what the police told him when they were about to put him in the car? Hop in.
I cannot run away.
Shouts out to DuPont.
I cannot run.
That is funny. Oscar Pistorius. Yeah.
And one more small thing. This is actually not around the world. This is in
pisses
Alaska.
me off, Pistorius.
Pistorius. A blind dog.
Past story.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this, dude. Listen to
there was
this.
a blind dog actually helping Kelly Makesner in her run in the Iditarod race. It's like a dog sledding race.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
And
this.
she still helps run the race. I guess the only one she's not comfortable in is the actual lead. She doesn't want to lead the pack for obvious reasons. I mean, it's a smart dog. I mean,
But it's a blind
hey, I'm
dog.
blind. Wait, I'm blind.
know,
Hey, what do you want to do? You want to cash it?
It's a blind. But you know what the dog's name is? Suge Knight.
Oh, have you seen that going around?
Shout out to Death
man.
Row
That's
Records.
Shout out to the No Can See.
Yes. Nice.
Maybe they can go visit him.
That's
Suge
funny.
and, Kelly
Sports
Makesner could
around
take
the
it.
world brought to you by B-Side Sports Show, everybody. So
And
don't
LASIK.
forget. And LASIK, hon. Yeah.
Eye surgery.
I can see clearly now. Anyways, we're going to move on to our one of our last segments. Once again, Shaye, though. Give it up for Shaye.
Thank you.
And remember, we're at the B-Side Sports Show on all our social media. So we're going to move on to our second to last segment, and we're going to do a little sports movie recommendation. Hit it, Mr. Drakk. I don't even know what this was. That was what were you throwing out there?
I think I was trying to reach the Hollywood sign.
He was staying alive. He was doing the John Travolta dance.
That Travolta, I'd be going like this.
Hey, or like this.
Hey.
Like a little toupee.
Shouts out to the yarmulke makers.
So I get to do this week.
What do you have?
Sports movie recommendation, guys.
Oh my God.
I strongly recommend the Bloodsport, man. Bloodsport
Okay.
with Jean-Claude
man.
Van Damme.
Is this the one with the ogre from a?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's his.
I
That's
just
his
saw
boy.
this one.
That's
Ogre.
his boy Ray Jackson.
Right.
Yes.
Remember? And you know who else is in this movie? If so, for all you listeners and watchers, One Eye. Forrest Whitaker.
Oh,
He is.
Forrest
He's
Whitaker.
the
Forrest
cop.
Whitaker, he's one of the cops. That has remember he has that little taser, but it looks like a dustbuster.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. I told my lady, I was like, you know what, I gotta watch this. It's part of my homework.
Yeah.
this week.
Brush up on that again.
Yeah. And truthfully, I watched it like 3 times this week. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Oh. See,
And you know what I love about this movie? How awful, but yet how awesome it is at the same time.
that's how the 80s
It
were,
happened.
though.
Right.
80s movies were.
Yeah.
Do you see
that.
like their outfits? I mean, it's just the dialogue. It's just everything. Like the I'm sorry, but the Japanese actors that act as his Shidoshi and the wife, awful.
Oh, yeah.
They're awful. They're awful. Oh, Mr. Tanaka, he very ew. It's like, who talks like that?
The lady who gave me the number 3 special every Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Lady
Shout out to her.
Shout out to
Shout out to the
Yoshinoya.
Happy Walk.
I know, right? To Yoshinoya on Rosemead Boulevard. Yeah, dude. But they're so awful. But I like how even the first kid that portrays his character, which eventually is Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right.
And Jean-Claude Van Damme at his peak, because this was his first movie, I believe. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So Jean-Claude was like in form, you know. But the kid that plays him. Remember when they break into the house?
Yes.
And the little kid comes out and is like, hello. It's like, did they hire, like, I'm like, who is this kid supposed to be? Oh, did I saw that?
Hey, I gotta watch this again to see just that part.
And then no,
Like,
and
it's
then,
been a while since
and
I've seen
it's funny, like listening to it now, because there's one part where the kid, now the son, right, in the movie, so they break into the sword house, right? which is his Shidoshi Tanaka. So Tanaka's son is, remember, he's training him.
Right.
And then he tries to insult him at one point, the little Asian kid. So he kicks him, pa! And he's like, give up, round eye. I was
That
like,
was the part where he was tying his shoes, though.
The
Why
ultimate
did he call him
insult.
round eye?
oh, that's what, you know what? Now, come to think of it, he was kneeling down.
It was
Maybe-
round
you know
shots
what?
out to the round eyes.
I was thinking something else.
Go eat another hamburger, you round eye.
I thought he was just like, go to the store and get me 4 pounds of round eye or something. I don't know. So
Come back with flank.
The dialogue is awful, and it makes the movie so much, especially Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's an American soldier, right? He's supposed to be Captain Frank Dukes.
Is it Dukes or Ducks?
No, it's Dukes.
It was a dude.
It's Dukes.
Yeah.
Dukes.
Aren't you a little too old for video games?
You put up your Dukes.
Hey, like, put him your dukes,
Like
eh?
the little, and then he's got that little. That movie's so awful, dude. It's awful. Oh, remember this guy when they walk into the tournament and there's all these dudes and this guy with this big face and he's like, okay, even Ogre looks at Jean-Claude
Ogre's
and
like,
okay.
He's never gonna.
He's all
never gonna be
nerds.
anything else other than Ogre.
Other than
Ogre, yeah.
Ogre.
Did anybody knows? Oh no, it's Fred Polowatsky.
No,
No,
no.
that's-
Oh yeah, right. Ogre asshole. His real name is like Donald Gibb.
No,
Is
Polowatsky
it
was
really?
his name in
His real
Revenge of
name
the
is
Nerds.
Donald Gibb.
I love that guy, dude. I
Yeah.
love that guy. And in this movie, he's awesome, especially when. But see, now this is what makes the movie so awesome, right? The fight sequences. Once they get into the ring, you know what? I love the scene where he walks in and he goes, okay, guys, you got to do your best impression and make sure you can get on the runway and not get killed. And he's like, okay. So remember, they turn in their little paperwork, and they goes, it says here he represent Tanaka clan. The other guy, he goes, well, you go, what the hell is Bruce Springsteen? If he's a Shidoshi or not, like what? 80s references, how awesome is that? What is it? So then he goes, it says Enzo Tanaka is his Shidoshi. He's like, then show us the dim mark. He's like, what the is the dim mark? Right? And then the other creepy Asian guy, oh, that's the death touch. Awesome, dude. What does he got to do? Now he's got to break the bricks, right?
Right.
Breaks the bricks. Bolo Young, everybody's watching him, and oh, bottom one. He has to break the bottom brick. He kills it.
They're all hurry up and break.
Hurry up and break. Hurry
It's
up
like
and break,
that,
or hurry up
like
and
that
fight.
video game Kickboxer. What was the name of that one with or a karate champ?
Karate,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Right
Remember
there
that?
with the bricks.
Yes.
That's what that was.
So he does his thing and whatever. And Bolo Young is also in this movie. Now, he was infamous from a lot of the Bruce Lee movies.
Yes.
And he was always getting his
Is he
ass-
the main foe?
He's
the-
Chung-Li.
He's in,
Oh no.
his Chung-Li in the movie. His name is Chung-Li, and he's the defending champion.
Yeah, him. Yeah, that guy was always really intimidating.
And
looking, I
right, he
remember.
comes in with his
His,
pecs all pop, pop,
Yeah,
pop.
yeah,
I
that-
just,
yeah,
I
that
just see,
dude.
He's
I
like
just
Terry
see his,
Crews. He's
his,
the
his
Asian Terry
boob-
Crews.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the Asian. Yeah, and it just boobs are just pop, 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 and I'm like, yeah, Bolo.
He didn't have to say anything. He just
Bolo.
look.
And as soon as he comes in, everybody's like, Chung-Li, Chung-Li, Chung-Li. The dude's all pop. He comes in, and then he says 4 lines in the whole movie. You guys know that? I counted them.
Yeah.
I had 4 lines in the whole movie. First one, very good, but brick do not hit back. Boom. That's line 1, right? That's what it was. Line 2, what was it? He's like, you break my record, now I break you,
Oh,
like I
that's-
break your friend.
Ooh, that's. Oh, I remember that part. Yeah, that was-
And he still has to sign up with SAG.
yeah.
Somehow he's getting credit for this stuff.
credit.
By now his pecs are probably sagging.
I know, right?
He's not Bolo Young anymore.
The dude says, yeah.
What's his name? Cholo, yeah.
Cholo Young. Cholo Young. No. So, but the movie is great. There's a little scene that I choose to turn away when he hooks up with the. Remember, he makes a wager with the Indian guy. So there's an Indian guy. He tries to get the white reporter lady.
Is he a
Oh,
cricket
yeah.
player?
I don't know. He's I take lady upstairs with me, American. I don't. I was like, and then his partner next to him looks like Iranian or something, or Iraqi. He looks like he's American. Us the breaks. And I'm like, the dialogue is awful.
You know what scene is
Awful.
touching? When he goes visits Ogre in the
hospital?
At the end, he's like, wherever you are.
If they would have made
Yeah,
out,
that's
it would have
pretty
been
sad.
totally cool. It would have been
Oh,
cool with me.
man.
Like if
You
they
know
would
what's
have made
bad?
out.
He brought him back his headband.
Yeah, I mean,
brought it back his
next
headband.
time, try to keep your clothes on. Oh, and he gives him that Harley Davidson, like right there.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they gave me two little excitements, two little bundles of excitement.
Yeah.
I was
You went to Laidlaw right away.
right away. I went to Layla. I'm like, I would have.
Is this the one where he puts his legs on the chairs?
Yes, and then and
he
he's
splits?
just
Those must
focused.
be good chairs.
Those,
They're
you
from
know what?
IKEA or something.
I believe you could get them 2 for $1 at IKEA.
I am the creator of the
It
2 for
was-
1 special.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
She dated twins again.
Bloodsport is by far one of the greatest.
Which led to actually this is like a really like a precursor to the MMA now because they had all these different styles that were meshing and
that's
like,
basically
that's what they
what it
do
was.
now, you know.
It was,
so,
you know,
like,
so
And so Ogre would be like Tank Abbott.
yeah.
yes.
Ogre was the Tank
Yeah.
Abbott of the
Yes.
time.
With their different styles.
Jean-Claude would be who would he be?
Like Ryu from Street Fighter or something.
Gracie? Hoist Gracie?
Right. We're talking about real people, not
okay.
cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
He's like he'd be
he'd
Colonel
be,
Guile.
right.
That's a different
Bolo's
movie.
like Blanca.
No, that's a different movie. That's a different movie. When he's Colonel Guile, that's a different one. Okay.
Oh yeah, why did they have him play Guile? By the way, that's kind of weird.
Who? Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude, yeah, that was a
Well,
weird choice.
that
I
was
thought.
Guile
I don't know.
fucking, yeah. It was bile.
Colonel Guile.
But that also led
Colonel
that
Guile.
movie led to a lot of other movies by Jean-Claude Van Damme that were exactly the same.
Yes.
pretty much.
Kickboxer. Lionheart.
Lionheart.
Which one's the one with Dennis Rodman?
Oh,
Double team?
Double Trouble or
Double trouble. Double.
Double team.
Double team.
Tag team.
Something like that.
Something awful.
Whoop! There it is.
Two men
Tag
in a
team.
cup.
Whoop, there it is.
Is,
Whoop, there it is.
Tag team.
Whoop,
Back
there-
again.
Check your directives. Let me in. Oh, what? We about to get dirty right here at the B-Side Sports
Dirty.
Show.
Dirty, dirty.
Yeah, but,
you know, he was in Van Damme was in Breaking.
He
He had a little cameo in Breaking.
Did he break something in that one? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was bricks.
Oh yeah, he did. I think.
was it a breakout hit?
It was,
Or was
I
it
know-
a break-in
I know one thing
smash?
it didn't break was box office.
Hey! Shout out to Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Dukes.
He's and you know what? What's funny now? It's like so my girl's like, she goes, he's so exaggerated, and I looked at her. Go, what are you talking about?
And he couldn't see this whole time.
She goes, get me something to drink. What are you talking about? So now it's every time she does something, I'm gonna be.
Was that like a
look at her.
camera trick, or did he really do it that long?
Remember when he goes
What do you mean,
blind?
did he
in the
really
movie?
lose his vision?
Remember when he goes blind? Remember, but he
Well,
remembered his training.
Yes.
See what that movie instills in your heart. It makes you kind of pee a little bit when you laugh and
Yeah,
stuff.
and he goes-
That's
He goes,
that's what's so beautiful
the
about
vision
Bloodsport.
has to be in the head because
When
the
he went
eyes
blind.
ain't working.
When he went blind, he's out. They warned me about this when I was a kid.
And what kind of training do you go to where you get beat while you're trying to drink tea? Like what kind of training? Right? Damn Tanaka. Damn you Tanaka. But he trained him well. He had him. What a cheater Chung Lee was.
He's
You
like,
know.
don't drink that cheap.
And
crap."
he killed. But dude, the fight scene's awesome, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
Mate. I was like, yeah, I rock out. I don't even know everything. I'm not as on fire. Dude, I get into it.
and it's one of those.
no.
You know what happens, but you always watch it again.
Jackson.
Oh
And
yeah.
Jean-Claude has to have his sensitive side. He's on the bus on my own. He's ready to cry. Oh, beautiful, touching
Dude,
moments.
that's a good singing voice you got there.
That's a
Yeah,
that's a
that
great
was nice.
movie. It's a great movie. So Bloodsport, everybody, and tell them. And when you see it, watch. Send us a message. Tell us what you think about Bloodsport, and message us on our social media at Bsidesports Show.
Well, let us know what movies that you like too, because maybe we'll talk about.
Yeah,
those.
if there's,
yeah,
if there's
yeah.
some recommendations that
For
you
sports
guys might
movies.
want us to talk about, so we can watch them, and then then we can all have a little panel discussion.
That's right.
That would be pretty dope.
That would be dope.
You can also send us an email at bsidesportshow@gmail.com. So we're about to wrap up this awesome episode. So we're going to go into our last segment, which is our shout-outs. So, Mr. Drakk Spelling, can you go ahead and hit it, sir? Nice. So we've been having a great time here at the B-Side Sports.
Wonderful time.
And for those of you guys that are ever in the area, we're in Covina, California. Shaye, what's the address here?
The address is 130 Shoppers Lane in Covina, California. We're located near the Eastland Mall. We're near Buffalo Wild Wings, and we've got a bunch of stuff here in Shoppers Lane that you can enjoy.
So, and this is where our recording studio's at. So
Yep.
we have the honor of just being able to share this beautiful environment with all you guys.
If you come through and mention the B-Side Sports Show, I'll glad to give you a tour of the studio back here too. So
nice, you
guys
can do
wanna
that.
See where we record. I can
Yeah,
do
you
that.
guys can see.
That's
see where
creepy shit.
I'm usually here on the weekend.
I know.
Oh yeah, well, I'll have an escort. There'll be security, so don't worry. There'll be somebody else.
And don't worry if you guys see
Yeah.
a blinking red light. Just, he's going to tell you, act natural. Act natural. So we have been having a blast here today, and so let's end it with let's get some shout outs. Shaye, what do you got?
Shout out to actually everybody that came through today to help us out with the charity event outside. DJ Zion, DJ Shady, DJ Choice, who's also actually here helping us out with the technical stuff, for the shows here.
Absolutely, shout out to DJ Choice.
All of our team, they all do a little bit of everything, so that's a good thing. Shout out to you guys, great show. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. And shout out to everybody else that that we're involved with as far as the B-Side channel. Young Baka from the forum, CC, who's also the co-host with Rabbit for the B-Side show.
Nope.
And also Crazy Race. We just had the Relevance on our B-Side channel this past Thursday. I was able to run the production for that, and that was fun. It was a nice little party atmosphere. Bumped some music. We had Raka from Dilated Peoples come through.
Nice.
So that was really, really dope, and we're going to be doing that every 2 weeks on Thursdays, and the forum is every 2 weeks on Wednesday. So
Nice.
So we have a lot of stuff coming up, and then just tomorrow, tune in the B-Side show, of course, and we actually have an R&B singer by the name of Razan, I believe. We have a Creative Conscious coming through. And we also got Jeff Echo Reyes, who's a really dope director. He does a lot of dope videos. So tune in for hip hop fans.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
Very cool.
Oh, and Choice One will be back spinning as well. So.
Sounds like he's your choice right now. He's your favorite choice.
He's the choice of a new generation.
Hey,
Pexi.
He's the Pexi DJ.
Pexi DJ.
Oh, and also Headcrack from Dish Nation will be here. You know what I forgot to tell you guys too? Last Monday we had somebody from that works with the Max and Marcellus show actually, and I'm gonna see if we can try to get him to come through and talk with us too.
Oh, nice.
His name was Mario Ruiz. Yeah, he came with Omar
really?
Cruz. Yeah.
Mario
So it
Ruiz.
was dope. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's get a shout out for Mario Ruiz.
Mario Ruiz,
Sir,
shout out.
Mario.
I listen to.
So yeah, you need to come back and hang out with us.
Yes,
my friend.
sir.
So, Mr. Eric Ye.
Yes.
What kind of shout outs do you have, sir?
Shout out to the man upstairs as always. Shout out to all the fans, the family that watches every week. Shout out to my two co-hosts, Drakk Spelling in the back. Shout out to my 4
Correct.
golden girls at home. And who I want to give shout outs to, which we didn't have time to touch base, is to Daniel Limo and Ogla Kamayo. They're the 2 Kenyans that won the LA Marathon today.
What?
Oh.
That's why we had so much traffic over the last few days.
They ran that in that scene
And
today.
the president was in LA recently.
Yeah.
It was hectic. I was on the streets this weekend. So
man, it was
shout
hot,
out to
too.
them.
So
Shout out to them.
all right,
Big up.
No doubt.
that's it. That's all your shout outs.
That's all my shout outs. Yeah.
Nice.
You know
So
it
you
is.
got anything going on this week?
Actually, I do. I'm gonna be entering a marathon myself.
Which one?
The Benny Hill Marathon.
They're gonna play the music and all that. While you guys
I love Benny Hill.
Benny
Oh,
Hill
yeah, that was
Marathon.
awesome.
Benny Hill is one of my favorites.
I'm gonna have
Oh.
a marathon of all his shows on my own and celebrate with myself. And at the end, I'm gonna run through my own tape. Consider myself the winner.
He's gonna
Nice.
celebrate with himself.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Celebrate with Benny
Very
Hill.
I
cool.
love it.
So yeah, let's I'll end it and just say, you know what, I want to give you two guys a shout out. You guys are bringing it every week and we're having a great time. Huge shout out to our boy Drakk Spelling back there.
Drakk
Yeah,
Spelling.
man. Good shit.
Because
Good stuff.
we're tightening it all up, and this is what we're supposed to be. We're having fun. We're talking about lots of sports stuff, and I like that we get to enjoy this time, and thank you guys for listening in and tuning in every week. And we've been getting some very positive feedback from all you guys. So you guys can always feel more than welcome to message any of us on our social media at Bsidesports Show, and that's on all of them: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Plenty of Fish.
No leg South African runners.
Yes.
Farmer Tans only.
Bowleggedladies.com. All of those what J Date.
Our personal ones too, right? Comic Ralph 21.
I'm
right?
at Comic Ralph 21. Yes.
I'm at Shaye Whitey on Twitter, Instagram.
And you can find Eric J on MySpace.
Yeah.
Vocal Space.
On Vocal Space. So I also want to give a shout out to Maricela. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense, and once again to my boy Pat Gallegos. I know he's been tuning in. He's been telling everybody. He's over at he's managing a dealership out in North Hollywood. So a lot of people, Connie Magallanes, the Handsome Devil comedy team. So I got a few shows coming up. Actually, this week I'll be in Ventura on Friday night. On Thursday, I believe I'm doing a show in downtown LA at the Ivar Theater. So we're gonna be recording some stuff.
Nice.
So thank you guys. Oh, you know what? And I just announced I got another show at the Ice House coming up on April 10th. So if you guys want more information, hit me up at Comic Ralph 21. So once again, thank you guys for tuning into B-Side Sports Show. For Shaye Whitey, Eric J, and myself, Ralph Figueroa. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep telling your friends and show us some love, everybody. Peace.